Hi everyone, Jill Lancet, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. And I'm just going to make a quick little card. In fact, I've done most of the cutting out. And it's just a little thank you card, and it's featuring some of our celebration free rewards and a new set that you won't see in a catalogue as yet. You can see it on my online store. And it is called the Altogether Suite. Now, I bought the Altogether collection. It had everything in it. But today we're just using the stamp set, which is this one here. I hope that's not too glary. I hope. Yep. Okay. And it's kind of like a friendship, solidarity, support set that probably will help with future cards that you're going to make, maybe. But anyway, it's a nice little set. Included with the set, they brought out some fabulous skin. They're calling them the naturals, but they are the skin color blends. Now, we already had ivory and bronze, and they were the only two that we had. I used to add petal pink to that to create a sort of a realistic looking skin tone as well, and you still can. But they've brought these out. They don't have names, they have numbers, which is even a bit more confusing. But I think I got this from Nancy. I'll put her link down in the description, I hope, if I remember. And I just printed this off and just coloured them myself, just for my own reference. But as you can see, we're all not the same skin colour. We do live in a very diverse community, all of us. So it's about time that was recognised. So anyway, having said that, I'm just going to go ahead and finish this card that I've started. Now, I will show you where I have gotten the things from. First of all, the paper. I'll just take it out of that glary packaging. This is a free celebration reward. Now, that's a lot of paper. And I'll just go back. It's double-sided. And usually one side is fairly generic. There's a lot of colours that match there. Your packaging will show you what colours will go with these papers. So there's no confusion there. But this is called the, I think it's called the Bright Rainbow. Let me just check. Here it is here. Sunshine and Rainbows 6x6 paper. There's 48 sheets in this pack, so that's an awful lot of paper. And I think you must get about 4 of each double-sided design. But they're lovely, they're bright, they're cheery. Yeah, they're going to be very, very useful. So they're a free reward. If you place an order that is $90, you can choose that for your free reward. So that's the paper I've used today. The stamp set, as I said, is not in any catalogues yet. It's only on my online website. Here together is the stamp set, but it is in the Altogether collection. So have a look out for that one. There are stamps and there are dies. There's also some beautiful paper that goes with the set, but you will see it on my website. And the other stamp set I'm using is this other little free stamp set. And this is also free with a $90 purchase. But I thought that was really fun. You know, like if you're making a card for a little boy or a male, I don't have a lot of things that I can do for males. They seem to be neglected around here. But I've picked this little thank you sentiment here. So that's what we're using today. Now the punch that I'm using today is from the annual catalogue, and I spent a little bit of time the other day putting some index tabs on my catalogue so I could find everything a bit easier. So this is the punch that we're using today. It's called the Label Me Lovely. That's this one here. It's a bit glary, but it's a nice versatile punch too. So we're going to be using that as well. Now that is again in my online store. My details are here. This is my online store address. If you go there, if you're placing an order, it will come up with what rewards you're entitled to. So for every $90, you can choose a $90 reward. If you prefer, if you spend $180, there are a couple of rewards that are for $180, and they're quite substantial as well. You get a stamp set and a packet of paper, and it's the 12 by 12 paper. So, you know, we're talking about full-size paper there. There's 13 stamps in that set, and it's really lovely. Another happy, cheery stamp set and paper. Or you can choose, if you spend $180, you can choose to go with this sentiment stamp set, which is called Special Moments, and there's 21 photopolymer stamps in that set. So that's really good because it's got a variety of different sentiments in it. So of course, if you want to have a look at these catalogues, just let me know. I can get some catalogues out to you, or you can look at them in my online store. Now the current host code for February, which is valid till the 28th of February, is this series of numbers and letters here. And Celebration, which was meant to finish on the 28th of February, has been extended now to the 16th of March, and that's 2022, due to the COVID disruptions to shipping and delivery everywhere in the world. So they've extended that a little bit longer. So that's great. So you've got a little bit more time to get your order together to get that $90 or $180 threshold, and then you're entitled to your free rewards. But this is the card we're going to make today. It's just a simple little thank you card, and I just started playing around with it, and I thought, wait a minute, I think I better just put this on video for everybody to see. So these are the beautiful papers. Now, as you can see, this is the reverse to that side. This is So Saffron is the cardstock, and I have embossed that with the macrame, I think that's what it's called, the macrame embossing folder. I just find that in the catalogue. Of course, I forgot something. I always forget something. Embossing folders. And there it is there. The macrame 3D embossing folder. So yeah, lovely bit of texture on there as well. Here is the punched shape, and I've done that in Flirty Flamingo to go with this. That's the colour that was in there. I've stamped the all together here together hands. I've cut them out with the dies, and it cuts it out beautifully. I've coloured it with my blends, the new Naturals blends, and I've glued this part down here, and I've just popped a couple of dimensionals behind that so that you can see it's a little bit 3D. Now I only used the one colour there. I used the very, very palest colour, which is 1000. They didn't give them names. I guess how many different names for skin colour are there? But I just went over it a couple of times in places where I thought there might have been a bit of shading. So it's like a double layer there. You may not even be able to see that. But it's the very palest one. I'm unashamedly very, very pale. So this is a card from me. So that's my skin colour. I've got here some of the beautiful Flirty Flamingo and Gold ribbon. And that is on page, you think I'd know by now, wouldn't you? $139. There's the Just Jade with the gold. I'd stocked up on a few ribbons the last time I ordered because I didn't have a lot of currant ribbons. So there's the Just Jade with the gold in it, the gold fleck in it. And this one is the Flirty Flamingo, and it's a bit smaller than the Just Jade, and the fleck is rather standard. This one here is like a diamond shape, the gold in it. So made a little bow, got my little piece of ribbon. I've just put that on with a bit of a glue dot, and I'll just complete this card now. So the first thing I want to do is I've glued the Flirty Flamingo in. Now sometimes I will punch something out of the center of these panels. Nobody will know that's there, but I can use that punch later on. So I'm just going to glue that beautiful bright Designer Series paper onto that Flirty Flamingo card front. I'm using the liquid glue. It's our Tombow glue. It's probably, I've found one of the best glues around for card making. It grabs quickly, but not too quick that you can't move that around if you haven't got that straight. So then I thought I'll just pop another layer of interest on there. So I just turned over a piece of the scrap that was left over, and it's I think it's Pool Party. It's a beautiful colour. Now all of the papers and colours all coordinate. So if you're colour coordinatedly challenged, if that's a word, then this is the paper for you, because it's written all over, written on the back. You just really need to see what colours you can add. I mean, I could have chosen any of those three colours there. So I'm just popping this over to the side, and I've just glued that down. I'm going to glue this one directly. Oh, no, I'm going to put my ribbon on first. I did already put some seal on there. I'm going to put a glue dot on there again. Just need a glue dot. Just pop it on there. Okay. And I just want that in the center underneath the hands, but I want to cover up these two, the bottoms of the hands. I didn't like the way they just ended there. So I'm just going to pop that over there like that. Make sure the bow's in the center. Turn that over. I have already put some Stampin' Seal Plus on the back here, just to hold that ribbon in place. Now I'm going to just glue that straight down. It's a bit bumpy because of the embossing, so yeah, the liquid glue is probably the best. I always put a bit on the ribbon just to make sure that's going to stay held in place. And I kind of want to put this about there. Okay. So that's our card so far. But I wanted a little greeting. I wanted to just a little thank you greeting, and to use up our scraps. Sometimes I find it a bit tricky to hold them in place while I'm cutting them because they're quite small. So here's a little tip for you. Now I've stamped my little stamp. I stamped it in the Memento Tuxedo Black. I stamped the hands in the Memento Tuxedo Black because that will allow me to use the blends. The blends are alcohol markers. This is a dye ink. It's a water-based ink. So the two of them are compatible. If I used like StazOn and then tried to use the blends, it would bleed. because they are of a similar solvent base. But yeah, using it this way, it's fine. So what I've done is I've just got this little Post-it note. It's just one of those little page keeper things, and I've stamped that on the bottom of my little pool party piece that you can see there. And I just want to cut like a thin ribbon, basically. So I'm lining up the straight edge over here, lining that up there, and then I'm pressing down because part of the Post-it note sticky part is sticking out. So now that's there. I can just pop that over and cut that, and I've got a beautiful little greeting on a very, very thin piece of cardstock, which might have been a bit tricky otherwise. When you think that this is the size of the piece that we started with and it's a scrap, yeah, that can be a little bit tricky. So that's just a little handy hint for you there. So now I wanted to make that into a banner. So I just want to check and see where I'm going to actually put this. I thought I might put it like somewhere like that. So I want to just trim that off a little bit. And the easy way to make banners is to just snip down the middle and then pop this corner and cut towards the center of that. And there we go. Got a beautiful banner. So that can just pop in there, and I might actually glue this side down and pop this bit up with a dimensional. Now I'm not sure whether, I think I'll just use a small dimensional. Here's my take your pick. Oops, I think I'm out of camera again. Just putting that little one there. Pop some glue on the end here. Just a little bit, just to hold it in place. Pop that off. And then put that in there like that. Now that makes that sit up a bit proud, and in line with the fact that this is raised up as well. And that's our little thank you card. That was relatively quick. I think it looks great. A lot of bright colours. You know, if somebody does something nice for you, then send them a little card, or pop a little card in with the gift that you might be wanting to send them. I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for your time. And don't forget to check out my online store. Don't forget, once you're in my online store, on the first opening page, it will tell you the current host code for that month. So always check there, especially if you're viewing this after the end of February 2022. You can also go to my YouTube, my business Facebook page, Pinterest and Instagram from that opening page. Up in this top corner you will find links that will take you directly to those social medias. Yeah, so there you go. Thank you very much, as I said, for your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.